My beloved child, wait. There is something happening around you right now that you have not fully seen yet. Not because you are unaware, but because it was never meant to be obvious. Pause for a moment and feel this. Have you ever wondered why certain people slowly disappeared from your life, without a clear reason? Why some conversations never happened, even when they felt so close? Why something you thought was meant for you suddenly slipped away? Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because what you are about to realize is not a coincidence. It is protection. But here is where everything shifts. What if I told you, you were not just being protected from situations, you were being protected from a person? And not just any person. Someone you never suspected. Take a deep breath, because this realization doesn't come loudly. It arrives quietly, like a whisper you almost ignored. Think back. There was a moment, subtle, almost invisible, when your energy felt off around someone. Not dramatically, not enough to raise alarms, just slightly uncomfortable. A strange silence in your heart. You tried to ignore it. You told yourself, maybe I'm overthinking, but what if you weren't? Stay with me. Don't scroll away now, because the truth is beginning to unfold. There are connections in your life that feel intense, almost magnetic. They pull you in. They make you question yourself. They blur your clarity. And sometimes, they are not meant to stay. Not because they are bad, but because they are not aligned with your future. And here is the part that changes everything. The protection you experienced was not rejection. It was redirection. Read that again in your heart. Because somewhere, you mistook distance for loss. But it was actually guidance. Now listen closely. There was a person who smiled at you, who spoke normally, who seemed like just another part of your life. But behind that surface, their presence was quietly draining something from you. Not in a way you could easily explain, but in a way your soul recognized, before your mind did. That's why things didn't flow. That's why plans got delayed. That's why communication broke at strange moments. That's why something always felt slightly blocked. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because now, you are getting closer to the truth. Protection does not always feel like protection. Sometimes, it feels like confusion. Sometimes, it feels like disappointment. Sometimes, it feels like things are not working in your favor. But what if everything that didn't work was actually saving you? Pause here. Let that sink in. There is a reason you were kept away. There is a reason certain doors stayed closed. There is a reason certain people could not fully enter your life, no matter how hard you tried. And now, you are beginning to see it. But wait. This is where it gets deeper. Because the person you were being protected from is not who you think. Not the obvious one. Not the one who hurt you openly. Not the one who walked away loudly. No. It's someone far more subtle. Someone who stayed, just enough to confuse you. Someone who showed interest, but never clarity. Someone who kept you in a space of almost, but never fully. Feel that word, almost. Almost calls. Almost plans. Almost honesty. Almost connection. And that, almost, was not accidental. It was a pattern. A pattern that could have kept you stuck, if you had not been protected. Now ask yourself this. Why did things never fully come together with them? Why did something always interrupt the flow? Why did timing never align? Why did your intuition keep whispering, even when everything looked fine on the outside? Because something in you was being guided away, not forcefully, but gently. Like being redirected without even noticing. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because here comes the moment of realization. The protection was not against them as a person. It was against what that connection would have turned you into. Yes. Let that sink in slowly, because sometimes, the greatest protection is not about removing someone from your life. It's about protecting your future self from becoming someone you were never meant to be. Imagine this. If that connection had continued, you might have slowly started doubting yourself more. You might have adjusted your energy just to keep things stable. You might have lost parts of your clarity without realizing it, and over time, you would not feel like yourself anymore. But that never happened, because something stepped in quietly and said, "Not this path." You didn't hear it clearly back then, but now, you are starting to feel it. And this is the shift, the moment where confusion turns into clarity, the moment where you stop asking, "Why didn't it work?" and start understanding, "Thank you for not letting it work." Pause. Feel the difference between those two thoughts. One is pain, the other is awakening. And you are moving into awakening now. But wait. There's one more layer, something even more surprising. Because when you fully realize who you were being protected from, it will not just surprise you, it will change the way you see everything that happened. Not with anger, not with regret, but with a quiet, powerful understanding that nothing was random, nothing was wasted, and nothing was taken from you. You were being guided, carefully, silently, perfectly. And this is only the beginning of what you're about to uncover. Stay right here, because in the next part, the truth becomes even clearer.